What an absolute crazy last 24 hours. So I've just traveled more than 1,200 kilometers in 24 hours. I drove my Model 3 all the way from Wodonga to Sydney, charged along the way in Gundagai and Goulburn, made my way to Sydney this morning to a very special Audi event where they were unveiling the Audi RS e-tron GT. So a bit of a mouthful. There's the e-tron GT and then the RS version, which is the top spec. So it's their very first fully electric sedan, obviously performance minded, and was awesome to be able to take a look at it, see it unveiled, take a sit in it. Unfortunately, no drive today. Hopefully, that's going to happen in September when it actually goes on sale here. It's obviously going to be in limited quantities. That's a big struggle for us in EVs in Australia right now, is to try and get demand when global demand for EVs is so high. So it will be out in September. You'll start to see them on the roads, and bring your wallet because they're not cheap. They start around 140 up to 250 for the top specs. So definitely not targeted at the low end models, low end buyers. But I just think overall, anytime there's a new EV enter the market in Australia, that's a thing to celebrate. So yes, it's not the cheapest model. You're going to look to other brands for that, but if you want this thing to go fast, to take it to the track, have a load of fun, you're going to be able to do that. It's 0 to 100 in 3.3, which is actually matching the performance Model 3. And it's also got a killer brake package. And they're using the same drivetrain that the Porsche Taycan uses. So they're able to share that engineering cost between different parts of that Audi group. And that means it's also still got that dual speed transmission. But yeah, they're pretty proud of the fact that they're able to leverage that and then customize the package on top. So really, you sort of get a very different car from Audi than you do from Porsche, and different models and different abilities of both. So of course they might do the cooling package differently, the different software on top of that. And that brings me to the point of software. So software updates in EVs are certainly a bone of contention because Tesla really set the benchmark there of delivering constant software updates to make the car better over time, which incentivizes new owners to buy the car because of the new features that are coming to the vehicle, but also helps keep your existing customers very loyal to the brand, so they know that if they're going to go buy a second car or recommend one to other family members and friends, that they're more likely to recommend that car as well. So in the Audi circumstance, I talked to them about that today. Unfortunately, they don't have over-the-air updates in this model. That tells me they're not going to have like a live sim connection back to base to be able to do that. You would have to take that to an Audi dealer, but being a big brand, they're able to use their existing network for that. So they have a 6-year agreement with ChargeFox to give you access to their third-party charging network. So as we know, ChargeFox is one of the major third-party charging suppliers in Australia, and their network just continues to grow. So if you were to buy this vehicle, you're essentially charging any road trips or longer journeys. You would use ChargeFox for free, which again just bolsters out that lower cost of ownership model. So yeah, as a wrap, I travelled all the way back from Sydney back to Wodonga. Crazy storms in Sydney. Got out of there, charged again in Goulburn, a little bit longer in Gundagai, and then back home to Wodonga. So 3 sort of 2-hour blocks of driving, which most of it was on autopilot. That was pretty cruisy. And in terms of the technology package for the Audi stuff, they've got the lane keeping, adaptive cruise, all that sort of stuff. They also have a technology where if you're under 60 Ks, like in traffic jams, it'll basically kind of take care of things for you. So certainly not driverless, but in the driver assist packages, it's the best of everything Audi makes in the e-tron. So yeah, look out for it on the roads in September. It was awesome to attend the event, and I really can't wait to get behind the wheel and hopefully go to the track sometime. So that's it. Cheers, guys.